Children, let us discuss about irrational numbers. You know the natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. And the rational numbers includes all whole numbers, natural numbers, integers, fractions, decimals. And you know that rational numbers can be expressed in the form of P by Q. There may be numbers on the number line that are not rationals, means the numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q. So the numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q are called as irrational numbers. Numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q are called irrational numbers. Some examples of irrational numbers are root 2, root 3, root 5, root 6, root 7, root 8, cube root of 2, so on. These are irrational numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q. Now, one special example is there, that is the value of pi. Value of pi is irrational because the value of pi is not rational, that is irrational, because you cannot express that in the form of P by Q. But here we are taking the value of pi is equals to 22 by 7. It is not the exact value of pi. And also we are taking pi is equals to sometime 3.14. This is also not exact value of the pi. But for our convenience, we are taking the approximate value of pi. And you know that 22 by 7, 3 by 3.14, these two are rationals. But pi is irrational. Pi is irrational. And this is one of the example for rational and irrational. Rational and irrational. Here 22 by 7 and 3.14 are the approximate value of pi. They are not the exact value of pi, but the value of pi is irrational. Now about real numbers. Remember the bag of rational numbers. If we now put all irrational numbers that into the bag, will there be any numbers left on the number line? We may say that there is no. And it turns out that the collection of all rational numbers and irrational numbers together make up what we call the collection of real numbers. And it is denoted by the letter R. So R means that is a set of real numbers. So what is real numbers? The set of real number is the collection of both rational and irrational numbers. The collection of both rational and irrational number is called real numbers, and it is denoted by the letter R. So R is equals to the set which contains rational numbers and irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Rational numbers and irrational numbers. And you know that rational numbers includes natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, fractions, decimals, which can be expressed in the form of P by Q. Irrational numbers, the numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of P by Q. So any number, the first it becomes real number. After that it may be rational or irrational. If it becomes rational, it may be integer or natural number or whole number. Like this way, a real number is the collection of both rational and irrational numbers. Now about the decimal expansions of real numbers. Here the real numbers are there, which are fractions 1 by 8, 1 by 3, 1 by 7. Let us find the decimal expansion of these rational numbers. So you take 1 by 8. 1 by 8. To find its decimal expansion, you divide 1 by 8. That is 1 divided by 8. 1 is smaller than 8. You put 0 here. Here you put 0 point. And that is 8 ones are 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. You put 0 here. It becomes 20. And you know that 8 twos are 16. 20 minus 16 is 4. Again you put 0. That becomes 40. And 8 fives are 40. So it gets, and the remainder is 0. Therefore 1 by 8 is equals to 0.125. 1 by 8 is equals to 0.125. The decimal expansion of 1 by 8 is 0.125. Next you take 1 by 3. 1 by 3. And to have its decimal expansion, you divide it by 1 by 3. Divide 1 by 3. Again here 1 is smaller than 3. You put 0 here. Then 0 point. That is 3 threes are 9. Again you got 1. Put 0 here. Again it becomes 10. And 3 threes are 9. Again the remainder is 1. Put 0 here. It becomes 10. 3 threes are 9. And again you are getting 0. And you know that here there is no, and you are not getting 0. Again you are getting 1 as a remainder, and here the division will not get end. So 3 is recurring, 3 is repeating. So you write 1 by 3 is equals to 0.333. That is nothing but 0.3, and 3 is recurring means you write here there is a bar on the 3. So 1 by 3 is equals to 0.333, and it is continuing. So you write it is 0.3 bar, and 3 is recurring here, 3 is repeating. So 1 by 3 is equals to, the decimal expansion is not getting terminating, it is repeating. So the decimal expansion is non-terminating but recurring or repeating. Next you take 1 by 7. 1 by 7. Then you divide 1 by 7. Put 0 here and it becomes 0 point. Then you write 7 ones are 7. 10 minus 7 is 3. Then the remainder is 3. So continue it. Try to get end. Try to get remainder 0. 7 4s are 28. Here it is 30 minus 28 is 2. 20. 7 2s are 14. Remainder is 6. Put 0 here. 7 8s are 56. Remainder is 4. 7 5s are 35. Remainder is 5 here. Put 0. And 7 7s are 49. Again it is 1. You got 1 means again it becomes 10 by putting 0. That is, next you will get 7 ones are 7. Next remainder 3 came here. 3, put 0. Then 7 4s are 28. So it is, the remainder is 2 here. Second stage you got. Next you put 0. That becomes 7 2s are 14. Next 6. So you know that here the remainders, in the first step you got 3. Next you got 2. Next you got 6. Next you got 4. Then 5. Again here 1. Next 3. Here the remainders are repeating. So here it is also not terminating, and it is not possible to get 0, and the division will not complete here, and the decimal expansion is non-terminating recurring, non-terminating repeating. Here you know that this 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7 are repeating again. Therefore you may write 1 by 7 is equals to 0.142857. All are repeating. So you write like this way, 142857, because 1 by 7 is equals to, you are getting 0.142857, again 142857, again 142857. Here same numbers are repeating in the same order. So you write 1 by 7 is equals to 0.142857, and all these are repeating. So this is the decimal expansion of 1 by 7, and this is also non-terminating and recurring decimal expansion. So you got two types of decimal expansion here. That is 1 by 8, it gets end, means it is a terminating decimal. 1 by 3, one digit 3 is recurring, and here it is also non-terminating recurring decimals. And 1 by 7, here 6 digits are repeating, and it is also non-terminating recurring decimals. So the rational numbers may be terminating decimals or non-terminating recurring decimals. Non-terminating recurring decimals. And the numbers which can be expressed in the form of p by q, the numbers which are in the form of fractions, they may have the decimal expansion, they may be ending or they may not be ending. So here the decimal expansion of terminating decimals or non-terminating decimals. So you can express irrational numbers. Irrational numbers, they cannot be expressed in the form of p by q. Their decimal expansion may be non-terminating, non-recurring. Non-terminating, non-recurring. Irrational numbers are non-terminating, non-recurring or non-repeating decimals. So in terms of these decimals, you can define that the rational numbers are terminated decimals or non-terminating recurring decimals. Irrational numbers are non-terminating, non-recurring decimals. Non-terminating, non-recurring decimals. Let us see the decimal expansion of some numbers. That is, if the numbers are having the denominators 10, 100, 1000, etc., not necessary to divide the numerator by denominator. You can write it directly. For example, if it is 2 by 10, you write it 0.2. Here 10 is there. So you write the decimal point after one digit. If it is 2 by 100, so here decimal point is after 2 digit. So one digit is already there. So you put one more 0 and it is 0.02. If it is 2 by 1000, then here 1, 2, 3 zeros are there. So here the decimal point is after 3 digit, that is 2. 1, 2, 3. Decimal point is after 3 digit. So 2 by 1000 is equals to 0.002. Like this way, here depending upon the number of zeros after 1. If the denominator is in terms of 10, 100, 1000, and you may put the decimal point after the number of digits that is equals to the number of zeros after 1. Here 1 0 is there, so the decimal point is after 1 digit. Here 2 zeros are there, so the decimal point is after 2 digit. And here 3 zeros are there, so the decimal point is after 3 digit. So here if it is 25 by 10, then here 1 0 is there, 25 by 10 means it is 2.5. The decimal point must be after 1 digit. If it is 25 by 100, here the decimal point must be after 2 digit, that is 25 means 0.25. Here the decimal point is after 2 digit. If it is 25 by 1000, then it is 1, 2, 3 digits. So 2 digits are there. Put 1 0 and becomes 0.025. If you take one more example, 625 by 10. So 625 by 10 is, here only 1 0 is there after 1. So the point comes after 5 here. That is, it is 62.5. The decimal point is after 1 digit. Next, 625 by 100. Here 2 zeros are there. So it is 5, 2. Here you have to put point, that is 6.25. 6.25. Here decimal point is after 2 0. Next, 625 by 1000. Here it is very simple. 1, 2, 3 zeros are there. So decimal point is here 1, 2, 3 digits are there. Here the decimal point comes, that is 0.625. In this way, if the denominators are 10, 100, 1000 like this way, it is very easy to convert that into the decimal form. Or we'll take one big example, 1225 divided by 10,000. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 are there. So you may write 1, 2, 2, 5, 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit. So here the point comes. So it is 0.1225. If it is 1225 divided by 1 lakh, then it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros are there. So 1225, here 1, 2, 3, 4 digits are there. Put one more 0, it becomes 5 digit. Here the point comes. So it is 0.01225. So this is one of the easiest method to convert the fractions into decimal by if there is a denominator 10, 100, 1000, so on.